Imagine a boardroom in Chicago 2008 where a CEO stares down a crisis that could sink his company. The markets are volatile, tech is shifting like sand, and the pressure is suffocating. Yet his calm presence doesn't just steady his team, it sparks energy, hope, even innovation. What's his secret weapon? It's not spreadsheets or strategy, it's emotional intelligence, the primal force of leadership that Daniel Goleman and his co-authors reveal can change everything. But how? Let's dive in. Goleman didn't just toss around feelings in leadership. He proved they're the engine behind real results. Here's how emotional intelligence shapes your leadership impact. At Southwest Airlines, CEO Herb Kelleher didn't lead by fear or force. Instead, he nurtured a culture of warmth, humor, and empathy. During a strike threat, instead of barking orders, he hosted an honest chat with employees, listening deeply. The result? The strike was averted, productivity spiked, and the company soared, showing emotional connection beats authoritarian style every time. Your brain's emotional thermostat, the amygdala, is like a smoke detector wired to your survival instincts. When leaders trigger fear or anxiety, it blares an alarm that shuts down creativity and collaboration. But when leaders emit calm and empathy, the smoke detector relaxes, releasing dopamine and oxytocin, brain chemicals that make people trust, innovate, and engage deeply. When leaders master this emotional alchemy, they don't just manage teams, they transform them. Chaos melts into clear purpose. Conflict flips into rental communication. The final payoff, teams don't just reach goals, they leap beyond them, building resilience that outlasts any market storm. Emotional intelligence turns volatility from a threat into a launchpad. Ever been around a leader who just electrifies a room? That's resonance, an emotional harmony that inspires and motivates beyond words. Let's unpack what makes this magnetic pull happen. Annie McKee once worked at a hospital where burnout ran rampant. A new manager, aware of emotional tone, shifted the vibe by expressing genuine appreciation and sharing uplifting stories. Nurses who felt exhausted suddenly stood taller, smiled more, and patient care improved dramatically. This wasn't pep talk fluff. It was resonance changing the entire emotional climate. Think of resonance like a tuning fork. When a leader strikes the right emotional note, it vibrates through the entire team, aligning their feelings and energy. But if the leader's tone is off, stressed, or cynical, that discord spreads too, dragging everyone down. Resonance literally tunes the emotional atmosphere to harmony or dissonance. The payoff? Resonance fights fatigue and cynicism like a superpower. Teams become energized, motivated to push through tough projects and innovate despite pressure. Picture a workplace where exhaustion fades and purpose glows. That's resonance working its magic, proving leadership is more emotional art than science. If leadership is a journey, emotional intelligence is your GPS, guiding when to accelerate, pause, or recalibrate. But how do you navigate this invisible map? Here's the secret to mastering your inner compass. Richard Boyatzis developed a 360-degree feedback method that revealed a startling truth. Most leaders aren't aware of how their emotions affect others. One exec got feedback that his frustration was shutting down creativity. By acknowledging this blind spot, he could consciously choose empathy over irritation, reshaping relationships and outcomes in his division. Mental rehearsal is the leader's secret training ground. Like an athlete visualizing the perfect play, leaders mentally practice responding with calm and clarity to emotional triggers. This rewires neural pathways, turning reactive impulses into thoughtful responses. Imagine rehearsing kindness and composure so thoroughly it becomes your instinct. The payoff? Leaders who develop emotional self-awareness unlock real influence. They don't just respond, they inspire. They craft environments where challenges spark growth, not fear. Mastering your emotional GPS turns leadership from a bumpy ride into a mindful, impactful journey for you and your team. Remember that Chicago boardroom? Emotional intelligence was the CEO's unsung weapon, a calm amid chaos that sparked connection and innovation. That's the heart of primal leadership. Try this next time tension rises, pause, tune into your emotions and your team's. This small switch could change everything. Emotions aren't distractions, they're your most powerful leadership tool. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.